Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elect apostle elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to elect Ak out there who work sincerity and truth and not for vainglory in season out of season. All right, brothers. Okay, I just want to bring a couple of proverbs out, and let's get right into it. Okay, this is Proverbs 10, and we'll start at 27. Okay, Proverbs 10 and 27. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh, prolongeth days. And that's the truth, you know. The fear of Yahweh prolongeth days. And what's fear of Yahweh? Rehearsing his righteous acts, which are his laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay. The fear of the Lord, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. Okay. You know, you stop doing the things that you used to do. You know, eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobsters, committing adultery, you know, coveting what is your neighbor's, you know, honoring the Sabbath day, doing the high holy days, you know, to the best of your ability, you know, studying, praying, okay, knowing who your power is, coming back to your true nationality, okay, all right, loving thy brother as thyself, okay, because you know if you don't do that, then what's going to happen? Your days are not going to be prolonged, okay, so that's the fear of Yahweh, okay, all right, but if you do these things, Yahweh, through his son, Yahweh Shai, will prolong your days. And that's what Yahweh has been saying since the beginning, man. You know? All right, let's go to it. Let's go to let's go to Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. All right. Deuteronomy 20th chapter. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Okay. It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, okay, the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, that Yahweh made with the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. You know, so, you know, see, this is having the fear of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. The Lord was going to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Okay? All right? And at one time, that's what Yahweh did. Okay? All right? Look at David. Look at Solomon. You know? All right? David took all the nations down. You know? At one time, the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi, okay, they were ruling in Europe, you know, over the so-called white man, you know. So, yeah, man, and that's going to happen again, you know, in the kingdom of heaven, above all the nations of the earth, all the heathen nations of the earth, above them. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. The city is the, you know, the cities, and the field is the world. Blessed shalt be the fruit of thy body, your seeds, man, you know, and the fruit of thy ground, you know, your crops, and the fruit of thy cattle, you know, because back then we had cattle. Cattle was considered riches Was riches back in the ancient world. It's riches now. You know, look at them farms. Where the major corporations own all them cattle for beef, milk. Hey man, they get rich off of that. You know, cheese, so forth. It says, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Your businesses, man. You know, blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. You see? So that's prolonged days. You know? Now you got to worry about, okay, is somebody going to smoke me out here? Or am I going to get shot? You know? Am I going to drop dead of some ailment or sickness? You know? Is the cops going to come and lock me up? Is an accident going to happen and I get caught up in an accident and die? You know? Or be jacked up about it or be hurt, or injured? Yeah, man. You know? So the fear of the Lord prolongeth days. You know? All right? It says, and it shall come to pass, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power. See, that's the fear of Yahweh. To observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. It was a commandment for us to do. All right? It wasn't a choice. It's a commandment. All right? The Most High gave us a commandment, not a choice. It says, which I command thee this day, that the Lord Yahweh thy power shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So yeah, that's right. So let's go back to Proverbs. Let's go back to Proverbs 10 and 27. Okay. It says, the fear of Yahweh prolongeth days. The fear is that if you don't do what Yahweh told you to do, to diligently observe all his commandments that he commanded the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, your days won't be prolonged. Okay, you'll be put to death by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. It says, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. Yeah, man. But the years of the wicked shall be shortened. You know. Now we're going to start off with the wicked, which is Esau, which is the biblical name of the so-called white man. All right? Okay? All right? It says, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. That's right. See, if you're walking around doing all kind of wickedness, man, yeah, Yahweh Shai is going to take your ass up out of here, man. Okay? Let's go to Job 20 and 5, I believe. Okay. Job 20 and 5. Job 20 and 5. Let me see. Let me see. Job, no, still in Proverbs. Job 20 and 5. I believe that's it. Yep, Job 20 and 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short. You see? You see that? That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So the triumphing of the wicked is short. You know what I'm saying? You know? That's why it said what it said in the book of Job, man. All right? All right? I mean, excuse me, not Job, Proverbs. Okay? 10 and 27. You know, all right? That the triumphant of the wicked, who's the wicked? The wicked is the so called white man. It's short. So Esau only had a short time to do his thing, man. You know? Well, he's been ruling for what? 400 and something years now? Almost 500 years? That's a short time to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You know? Because the scriptures say 1,000 years is as one day, and one day is as 1,000 years to Yahweh. Okay? All right? Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You know? So that's not even a full day. All right? And they only have a short time to do what they got to do. You know? So it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short. So even though, Esau, which is a so-called white man, he's going to bring his new world order and his his uh his his mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, you know, and all the other wicked things that he's bringing in. He only has a short time to do it, man, because his time is short. Okay? The scriptures tell you that for the devil shall come down with great wrath. Who's the devil? The so-called white man, because he know he hath but a short time. Okay? You know? That the triumphing of the wicked, the so-called white man, is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Yeah, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. It's not going to last, man. Okay? All right? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? And this is talking about the so-called white man, man. All right? He's going to perish forever, man. He's not going to be around forever. Okay? All right? All right, so let's go back. Proverbs 10 and 27. Proverbs 10. Oh, my bad. Proverbs 10 and 27. That's right. The fear of Yahweh prolongeth days. And who fears Yahweh? By Hashem Yahweh Shai. The elect of the nation of Israel. The elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? Why? Because they fear the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. By doing his commandments. Okay? By putting up the shows in sincerity and truth. By rehearsing the righteous acts, which are the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability. By having faith in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Loving thy brother as thyself, man. Praying, fasting, studying, preaching the word, okay? Bringing out the prophecies, going out to camp, okay? It says, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. Yeah, so Esau has not a lot of time left, man. His time is short. The so-called white man's time is short. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness. See, the hope of the righteous shall be gladness. Who's the righteous? The righteous, the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now you have the 2/3 of Israel, which are you 2/3 you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans scattered through the four corners of the earth. All right, but right now, you're not the righteous, man. When you come back in the kingdom, then you'll be the righteous. All right, but the righteous is the elect. Okay, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is the righteous of Israel. How? Through the blood of Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's how the elect is righteous. Through the shedding of the blood of Yahweh Shai. All right, when he shed his blood for the nation of Israel for the remissions of sins. Okay, all right. The hope of the righteous shall be gladness. Let's prove that. Let's because we're hoping that Yahweh Shai is coming and we be delivered. That the elect may be delivered, which the elect will be delivered. Let's go to Revelation 11 and 12. All right. Revelation 11 and 12. See, this is what the elect is hoping for. It says, Revelation 11 and 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Meaning, the elect is gonna be beamed up in the chariots. Okay, the so-called white man calls them UFOs. He has other names for them as well. Okay, but those are the chariots of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Who's the they? The they is the elect of the nation of Israel, which are the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, scattered through the four corners of the earth. And their enemies beheld them. And their enemies beheld them, man. Their enemies saw the elect being beamed up. Who's their enemies? The so-called white man, woman, son, and daughter. The heathen nations. 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? All right? So, that's the hope. Okay? All right? The hope of the righteous shall be gladness. That's right. What's that gladness? Being beamed up. Okay? Into those chariots of Yahweh Shai. Okay? All right, so let's go back. That's the gladness, man. That the elect is going to be beamed up, man. Okay? They're going to be scared and happy at the same time because they're going to see the destruction, but then they're going to be happy that they beamed up from that destruction, that they were the elect, that they were the chosen. Okay? Getting them new bodies, man. In the twinkling of an eye, man. That's how the elect bodies are going to be changed. In the twinkling of an eye. You can get them new bodies, some new angelic bodies, man. Them super bodies. Okay? All right, so let's go back to Proverbs 10 and 28. Proverbs 10 and 28. Okay. Proverbs 10 and 28. The hope of the righteous, which is the elect of the nation of Israel, the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, shall be gladness. But the expectation of the wicked shall perish. The expectation of the wicked shall perish. Okay? Because here it is, you have the so-called white man, Esau, the wicked elite, okay? And the peon elite, but let's talk about the wicked elite. They got their plans, man. You know, they want to put a RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, mentioned in the book of Revelations, 13 chapter, 16 verse, man. And in other verses, in other chapters. And they want to chip the whole world and make everybody on the earth theirs and be like the Most High and track everybody on the planet Earth. But guess what? It's going to perish. Okay? That's why the scriptures say when they're about to fill their bellies, man. You know? So as soon as they start mass putting RFID chips in people, guess what? That's when Yahweh Shai is going to come and bring a standard against them. What's that standard? The elect men of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, a great millstone, are going to get that spiritual power, man. Okay? All right? And whoever else is the elect. Okay? In the other camps. All right? That's teaching the same thing as the apostles of great millstone. All right? And elders and brothers. Okay? You know, so, hey, man, the expectations of being like the Most High, chipping the whole entire earth, all the people in the earth, bringing humanity down to, 500 million. So they plan on killing 7 billion people, man. 6 billion people. Okay? That's their expectations. Okay? That they're going to rule forever. Their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever. Okay? All right? It says, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. It's going to perish, man. It's going to come to naught. It's not going to be fulfilled, man. Okay? All right? Your grand master plans, all right, of the wicked elite and the peon so-called white people and these heathen nations, man. Okay? And 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's going to perish. You know? All right? So, hey, man, so that's beautiful. You know, the triumph of the wicked is short. Okay. Let me go down to 30. It says, I read 29. The way of Yahweh is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. That's right. Destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. You know, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. That's right, man. You know, destroyed. Destruction is coming for the workers of iniquity. Sin upon sin. That's what iniquity is. Okay. Though, let me go to 30. The righteous shall never be removed. Who's the righteous? The elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, then it's gonna come down to the 2/3 that come back in the kingdom. They're the righteous too. It says, but right now the righteous is the elect. The righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. Woo! They're gonna be taken out, man. The wicked is gonna be taken out. Okay, all right. Let's. Who's the wicked? The wicked is the so-called white man. Let's go to one more scripture. Let me go to Obadiah. All right, 1:18. All right. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire. Jacob represents the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi shall be a fire. And the house of Joseph a flame. Joseph represents the northern kingdom, which is the Latinos and Native Americans, which make up, Jacob and Joseph make up the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, a flame. And the house of Esau for stubble. Who's Esau? Esau is the so-called white man, his whole race of people. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. So there you go. You know, that's it, man. So, you know, it says, the righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked, which is the so-called white man, shall not inhabit the earth. It's going to be a time where Esau's not going to be on the earth no more. We just read it. All right, hope you've been edified, and with that, shalom.